Wearing mask is compulsory in most of the countries to prevent virus spread. Honestly, it's kind of weird and difficult to breathe wearing this N95 mask, but they are the best in preventing virus spread compared to cloth or any other mask. Not only these masks uncomfortable, they also leave scars on the face if we wear for long time. So imagine the situation of frontline workers are the people who comes in contact with large population like people who works in restaurants, etc. Considering the people who comes in contact with large population, many business organizations are coming up with the most affordable, comfortable yet effective mask, that is copper infused mask. Though there are many copper, silver, copper iron infused masks, in this video I'm going to talk about copper infused mask developed by Hospitality Innovation and Technology Lab at West Virginia University. Guys, there is no partiality or promotion. I consider this lab mask only because of the effective studies they performed to prove its comfort and effectiveness against virus spread. The researchers from this lab also added that the idea of including the copper was originated from Indian culture. We Indians consider copper as king and praise it for its antimicrobial property. Our Indian culture taught us to use copper plates and bowls to store water and food because of its antimicrobial properties. Despite medicine fails to kill virus, how copper can kill? When copper comes in contact with the germ, it has the ability to release reactive ions that puncture the exterior of the germ. The ions can then access the inside of the germ, affecting its genetic material. The copper can also affect microorganisms in the other way. For instance, metal ions are found in around 40% of proteins with known structures, and when copper works its way into a cell or a virus, it can displace other metal ions, which can inhibit or destroy proteins. So when 40% of the proteins won't work, it leads to malfunction and cell death of microorganism. The human immune cells also utilizes copper to fight germs. Research suggests that certain immune cells called macrophages may be able to envelop and separate germs in an acidic chamber, which is then spiked with copper doses to kill the germs. Copper's ability to fight viruses is like a grenade. When the metal interacts with oxygen, it creates a very reactive molecule known as a free radical, which comes into contact with virus and causes it to literally explode. And it is proved to be effective against coronavirus. Since the founder of this lab was an Indian, he knew he can do something with these antimicrobial properties to prevent virus spread. So by keeping copper's antimicrobial property in the mind, the lab came up with 3-layered face mask containing copper infused nano coated fabric, a sustainable bamboo fabric, and an EPTFE, which is a biomaterial used as a filter. So all these effective materials together made an effective mask called as Hygiene mask. Remarkable thing to notice here is this lab is a platform for both industry and academia to come together to solve the problems of the hospitality and tourism industry. Before Hygiene mask, this lab created Hygiene Key, which is a copper touch tool with antiviral and antibacterial qualities in response to this pandemic in 2020. So following to the success of Hygiene Key, they came up with Hygiene mask. They specially mentioned that these masks are ideally for people who are always at the front desk, are talking to people 6 to 8 hours at a time, whether in restaurants, resorts, airports, or any hospitality and tourism industry. They claim that these masks are comfortable yet very effective compared to other masks out in the market. Word means nothing. We need evidence to support this claim, right? So the lab contacted Medicine Center for Inhalation Toxicology to test the product. After many tests on this Hygiene mask, the center found that the mask blocked up to 93% of droplets being respired. Following to these tests, they also performed a fitting test in many people to get their feedback about the mask. According to the score given by them, these masks are better than cloth masks when it comes to wearing comfort. Especially the design is in such a way that it causes less discomfort while wearing it, and so it encourages people to wear masks all the time without any issue. So definitely it decreases number of people wearing masks below the mouth or to chin. But there is a drawback also in. Even though they said it is copper infused mask, they didn't perform any tests on the copper properties of the mask, just like many other copper, silver or copper iron infused masks in the market. Hence, copper property as an antimicrobial agent in the mask is not well defined by the research team, and they are continuing with that studies. If you guys want to know more about these masks, don't forget to check the description for link. That's it guys, I hope you guys liked it. Please do subscribe and press that bell icon for more medical updates. This is your Vignesh. See you guys in the next video with one more medical update.